Om Sakthi. Please subscribe to official channels of melmaruvathursiddharpeedam and click bell icon. Links for these channels are available in the description below this video. Also request everyone that you know to also subscribe to spread spiritual knowledge of Bangaru Amma.
Om Sakthi. Orphans in Spirituality by Sakthi M. Sundaresan, M.A. M.Phil. Right from the beginning, there have been people who are jealous of the enormous growth of the melmaruvathursiddharpeedam. They traduce and spread rumors without the slightest hesitation or remorse. On September 18, 1984, when I visited the temple at Melmaruvathur, I noticed that the volunteers were worried and restless, which was quite unusual. When I inquired, I was told that Adigalar received a threatening letter written by someone named Mahadevan, which read, Mr. Bangaru, bombs which were planted in the temple's gopuram and in the sanctum sanctorum will blow up tomorrow. A few days ago, there had been an incident of a bomb blast in Meenambakam, Chennai. After that incident, people started spreading rumors of hoax bomb blasts. Rationalists of Punjai Puliyampatti. I had been to Punjai Puliyampatti on 9/2/1986 for Sakthi Peedam Kumbhabhishekam or anointment. The local rationalists were distributing pamphlets leveling 20 allegations on Adigalar and about Melmaruvathur temple. Adigalar Amma ordered 4 of us to refute the charges in response to these baseless allegations. Pulavar or scholar Chokkalingam, Pulavar Periyandavan, Dr. Selvaraj and I refuted those baseless allegations in our speech, which was later appreciated by Adigalar. Plan to torch the Yajna Salai or the Yajna premises. Coinciding with the occasion of Arulthiru Adigalar's spiritual tour to Tirunelveli district, a grand Nagara Nala Velvi or the Yajna for the welfare of the district was conducted, followed by spiritual discourse. While the discourse was in progress, Adigalar called the person in charge of the Yajna premises, Sakthi Onampakam Subbarayan, and said, Evil eyes have befallen upon this place, and some people have planned to torch down the Yajna Salai. Arrange a secured place for the kalasams or the divine pots and the lamps immediately. I will be here on the dais, guarding everyone till you complete the task. Let the discourse continue as it is. He further ordered, Go quickly and act at once. Adigalar Amma's spiritual tour had kindled a spiritual wave in the hearts of the people. Unable to digest this spiritual awakening of the masses, a few people that belonged to other religions plotted to torch down the Yajna premises. This news was revealed to us later. Not only did people of other religions oppose the spiritual awakening, but also the Hindus, particularly the Brahmins, opposed this vehemently. They even issued a stricture like this. The yajna performed by the people from Melmaruvathur temple is totally in discordance with the prescribed Vedic principles. Hence, no Brahmin should participate. During a spiritual conference conducted for world peace, evil-minded people performed a sacrificial ritual aiming to bring some inauspicious incident upon the family of Arulthiru Adigalar. A few people who belonged to other religions even sat amidst the ocean water, invoking evil forces to cause calamity when the spiritual conference on the development of natural resources was underway. On hearing about this incident, a staunch devotee of Amma, hailing from Karur, along with a handful of volunteers, well trained in meditation, started to meditate to counter and nullify their evil intention. When this news reached Adigalar Amma, she said, This situation should have been tackled differently. Out of zealotry, he has rushed into it. To protect him from those wicked spirits, I had to send some good-natured jinn. The Karur devotee's head swelled up like a pot due to the crude prayers of the enemies who were like monsters. Though his head was swollen, Amma intervened and saved his life. Adigalar Amma mercifully guided him to do some remedies and brought him back to normalcy. Drinking sulfuric acid to prove oneself. A few people belonging to Kirapannathur in Tiruvannamalai district handed out a note to Adigalar that read, "Hey Bangaru Adigalar, if you are the incarnation of Adiparasakti, prove that by drinking sulfuric acid." Planned to raise a black flag. The youth belonging to the Dravidian movement planned to wave a black flag when Adigalar visited Pullur as part of his spiritual tour. However, they abandoned the idea after the elders of the town chided them. Dishonored Bangaru Adigalar. On September 8, 1984, an evening daily published some malicious statements about Arulthiru Adigalar titled Melmaruvathur Fake Saint Bangaru Adigalar's Manipulative Deeds. The following made the headlines. A series of new gods are springing up with political ties, of which Melmaruvathur Adiparasakti temple is one, with Mrs. Visalakshi Nedunjarian as its backbone. Adigalar's fake currency scandal. When Adigalar served as a teacher, people of Sothupakam lodged a complaint against Adigalar. Inquiry from the Education Department. Adigalar tried to grab some uncultivable land. On September 9, 1984, a key members' meeting was held at the temple. A small rift occurred between Tirugopala Nayakar and a few people belonging to Sothupakam over a few issues pertaining to Panchayat elections. Overcome by jealousy on Adigalar's growth, a few people constructed a Murugan temple as a sort of competition to Melmaruvathur Adiparasakti temple, and even appointed a person to deliver Arulvaku or oracles. A lot of publicity was given to this initiative. Within a few days, the appointed person stopped coming following a brief miff. For constructing Adiparasakti Polytechnic and Engineering College, nearly 150 acres of uncultivable land adjoining the temple in Kesavarayanpettai village was identified, and when Adiparasakti Trust requested the government to allocate the same for construction of colleges, some people with vested interests belonging to Sothupakam village hindered the process in the pretext of constructing a high school at the same place. When the government offered to allot a decent stretch of land for the construction of the school in another area, they declined the offer, as their sole concern was to hamper the construction of colleges by the Adiparasakti Trust, thereby preventing the development of Melmaruvathur. When the government officials went there for surveying, they were prevented from doing so. A few who were afraid of the government officials and the police approached a newspaper through which they tried to level scathing remarks on Adigalar. For about 40 weeks, much offensive and contemptible news with the inglorious caption, "Dishonored Bangaru Adigalar," were spread viciously. Many despicable rumors were chalked out and circulated. To top it all, a pernicious rumor publicized was that, fearing the police, Adigalar hanged himself. It was Vinayaka Chaturthi day. It was really agonizing to witness that even our red-clad devotees of Amma believed the rumor and reached Melmaruvathur with garlands. When a few people asked Amma about the nefarious news spread by the newspapers, Amma in her oracle uttered, "Along with me, they are aspersing my son too. This is the time that they kick and disparage their mother. This mother can bear the test on her, but will certainly not stand to see her son calumniated. I will not put a finger on these people until they completely exhaust all benefits of good deeds from their previous births. The gross accusations piled on both of us will affect neither. The rift is between the journalists and my devotees. Seek a lawful solution that encompasses justice and righteousness. The whole world will oppose spirituality. That is simply the nature of this era, the Kali Yuga. Continue to do your duties tirelessly. Don't get disheartened at defeats. In the end, spirituality alone will emerge triumphant. She further emphasized, all are my children. One's karmic deeds instigate him to behave irrationally. If I make him stay here, he will exultingly chase away all my devotees out of malevolent inclination. As of now, I have purposely let him stay with his sinister attitude and gloat. Peace rally condemning the newspapers. Amma's devotees and red-clad volunteers gathered and finalized a peace rally in Arcot district, protesting the deplorable and mean motives of the newspapers. Amma warned that except uttering Om Sakthi Parasakti, no other slogans were to be raised during the peace rally. In the procession, all wore a badge on their shirts which displayed disgraced Bangaru Adigalar's devotee. After the procession concluded near the Arcot bus stand, 3 spoke on behalf of the Adiparasakti Trust, where the explanation for the word disgraced Bangaru Adigalar's devotee was given. One rebuked, asking if anyone tried to incite or indict a religious leader belonging to Christianity or Islam, will the people belonging to those religions keep quiet? He further added, without mincing words, all we want is to make it clear that, as we are bound by our vow, we have expressed our emotions in a very peaceful manner. We are not cowards, and no one is our enemy. Witnessing the procession from its tail's end, Mr. Muniratnam, Mr. Joseph, and I stood near the pond. At the end of the procession was a frail old woman, clad in a green sari, holding the Om Sakti flag. She was holding it in such a way that the pole was pointing forward and the words Om Sakti was facing backward. She was pacing hurriedly in the procession. Sakthi Joseph sarcastically commented, "Look at the way that old woman is holding the flag." On hearing Sakthi Joseph's satire, the old woman gave a piercing glance which immediately silenced us. 10 days later, at the Melmaruvathur temple, during the general Arulthiru or oracle, looking at Sakthi Joseph and Sakthi Muniratnam, Amma said, "My son, I had come to protect all of you that day during the procession, but were you bound to criticize and make fun of me?" The troubles and problems faced by Adigalar Amma galore. Om Sakti.